Hello, hello, everyone. And here I am again with a big theme. And the theme goes something like this. Oh, I think there are already 2 likes. So who is here already on my channel? Oh, thank you so much, Ia. Thank you, Ia. So before somebody else comes, let me have a small bite of my sandwich, my burger sandwich. Very hungry. Feeling very hungry. Feeling very hungry. Because by the time I finish my live stream, I don't think it'll be too late. I will be too hungry. Pita has a class, not a class, some function is there. Some function is there or a test supervision, something technical. So she will not be here. It starts at 7 o'clock. She had to go to school early today and be there before 7. So she left the house about 6 o'clock. She left the house. So she will be busy with her school work. So the theme I kept for this live stream is fitness. Fitness challenges, and really keeping fit is a real challenge. Some people spend hours and hours in the gym, but I find that very difficult to do. And I will talk a little more about that a little later because I need an audience to speak to, right? And also, I want to finish the last of my sandwich.
Hello guys, ipakita ko lang sa inyo kung saan ako na-aksidente dati dito. Ito,
Hello, yeah. Hello, hello. So, nobody else is here, so let me. Again, I'm talking with the microphone, adjusting the microphone, but I am mental. I'm adjusting and talking. I was adjusting and talking in the microphone, even though it was not plugged in. And this is not the first time, right? I'm just sucking on a sour gummy. Pita, how are you? I thought you were busy with some exam or setting up something at 7 o'clock. So. Even if I talk, Pita will not be able to hear me because she is on silent mode, because she is at her school and some important function is going on there. So she will not be able to hear me. But as I said uh, about the fitness, now there was a time when I would really do a lot of sports and games and everything. But ever since I went to the Gulf, thank you, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So just today, yeah, I got a new Canada number. So I got it on Sunday. I got it on Sunday, but I just set it up today. So yes, as I was saying, I used to do a lot of sports and games. Ever since I went to Dubai in 1992, uh, my sports and games have become almost zero. And then the routine of life was, very difficult, and you fall into a routine. So the excuse is always if there was a gym, we could always go down to the gym and do it. But it so happens that in Canada, we were living in a gym, in a condo which had a gym, and I started going, but then I soon stopped. But over the years, what I found was the best thing to do is walking exercise. Walk, do brisk walking, not not garden walking, just for strolling. No, brisk walking, and I used to do a lot of walking. So I continued doing that, and I used to do it on quite a daily basis. Weekends also, holidays also. When I went to Thailand, I did a lot of. Hi, Stephen. How are you? Did you have your dinner, Stephen? 6, 7, 8, 8:15. Okay, you must have had your dinner, and you must be now ready to go into dreamland. So, so what happened was in Thailand also I used to go for lots of walks I used to go for, and really traveled like good distances for the walking. Close to, you can say, about an hour I used to do. 30 minutes one way, 30 minutes another way. So that was really useful for me. Uh, then I started doing some social work, teaching slum children English. So there were a group of foreigners who went to this foundation and used to teach over there. So that's where I also, somebody introduced me there, so I started going and doing it. Now, on those days it was difficult because I had to reach there very early, and I had to change like 3 buses and plus do a little bit of walking in between. So that's what I started doing, so I used to get in a little walk, but not much of a walk. But after my class, I used to, instead of taking a bus back to a particular junction, I would sometimes walk. I will do a walk. So that was, say, about a 15 minute walk, 15, 20 minutes. So I used to walk that to the next bus terminal. And then I used to take the bus from there. So from there, it was just 2 buses, not three. So I used to get a little bit of walking done on the days I had those classes. Beginning, I used to go just once a week, then I made it twice a week. Then I made it 3 times a week. But then later on, I changed back again to twice a week because it was getting a bit expensive, apart from time consuming. But on those days, I used to get in my walk. But then the weekends was there also. The remaining 2 3 days plus the weekend, I used to go for these long walks because I'm an early riser. So going for walks was ideal for me. Then came along, I went to another province called Ubon Ratchathani. There I used to go every morning, faithfully go for a walk. And partly it was the monsoon time. So monsoon time it became a little difficult to go for walks. So that house over there, they had a very big, large kind of a big hall. Now most of these old Thai houses, like they had this kind of system. So whenever they had any functions and things like that, it would be held over there. And all guests and all would come and they would be accommodated in that big, large area. So then I used to walk around that area, quite a good area, good size. So I used to walk around there. Then, but the days it never rained, I would go for a long walk. The road was a very rough road and it was a dirt road. So, you know, it was a very difficult to walk, when it was slushy or muddy and things like that. So then I used to walk only in that big hall area, that was good enough. Then later on, they started to, the government of that particular village began to build a concrete road. So that was nice. They first started with one side. So nicely they built it, They right from the beginning to the end, they go one way, and then they come down the other way. So it took quite some time to build. But that concrete road made, no slush and mud and dirt, so it made it easier to walk. So then I used to walk on that side, on the concrete road. Then, after some time, I left that place and I came to another province. That province I stayed for 2.5 years, little more than 2.5 years. There I started going for walks, but what happened was those damn dogs used to keep chasing me. And it needs just one dog to bark, and 10 others will come out of thin air. From where they come, God only knows, but 10 dogs will start. And all of them will start barking, and then some will get, closer and closer to you. They will get closer and closer to you. So I should try to pretend to, like I'm scaring them away and hitting them or picking up something, but you know, it got a bit too much because I cannot do anything if they attack me because they belong to somebody. I cannot even take a club in my hand or something to pretend that I'm chasing them. But what if they come too close to me? So wondering what to do now. Then where I was staying, the apartment used to start from the first floor up because just below the apartment they had inside parking and there was also some outside parking. So I started walking. I started walking in the car park. So on the days when it wasn't raining, I would go from inside in between the parking. I would come out from the opposite outside, and then outside also there is outside parking. So I would come from there and go back into the building. But on the days when there was rain, so I walked in the car park only. Just like a rectangular car park. So I just walked in the car park only. So it was shaded. There would be, let's say, a little bit of rain coming from the sides, but not much. It was okay to do walking. The place used to get flooded a little bit, very little, but only at the skirting edges. The middle area used to be okay. So good to do up and down walking. So I did quite a lot of walking, but then there were some days when I was acting too lazy and I did not bother to go. So I can say it wasn't very regular. 5 out of 7 days, 4 out of 7 days, yes, around that time. So I did a lot of walking there. And then when I used to go on my motorcycle everywhere, but whenever I got off my motorcycle, I would try to walk, even if it was somewhere nearby. I would not take the motorcycle. I would walk there and then walk back to pick up my motorcycle. So I did a lot of walking for those 2.5 years. Then the last province when I came to, so I didn't do much walking, but 2 months I traveled. I traveled for 2 months. So during my travel for 2 months, I did walk a lot. I did a lot of walking. So that helped a lot. Like during that time, it helped a lot. So now it's winter, so I don't do it. But if I was here in the summer, I would definitely have walked around this area. Though I would walk very close to the home or around the home because you never know when some wild animal will come to attack. Like I told you, just on Sunday night, we saw two deer. They were just outside the house, eating some berries from the shrubs. And so deer is there. And before, when there was snow, I used to see these snow tracks. And some of the hoof tracks, were really deep. So they are sturdy. They are big. And yesterday, Sunday, I saw, those deer. They are huge, man. They are huge. So another day, I saw a pack of six up from the window over here in my room. I saw a pack of six coyotes down here also, just in front. They come out of my front door and they are like 8 to 10 meters away. So, but by the time I ran down, they had disappeared. I looked all around the house, from inside, but they're nowhere in sight. They travel very fast in packs. So that is it. So these last few months in this other province was, first of all, the rainy season was there, so it was not conducive to go out anywhere. And after the rains, also, I was there just for a few months. But whenever I went out anywhere, yeah, I used to do long walks when I used to go to the store. There was no store close to me. So I used to do a long walk. When I used to go to the wet market, was a longer walk. The store was about, say, 15, 20 minutes each way, but the wet market was close to like 30, 40 minutes each way. But when I used to go there walking, I used to do a lot of walking there. So I didn't do around the house, but whenever I went out, I did a lot of walking. Um, Even going to Fashion Mall, I went there pretty often. So from Fashion Mall, like walk around the mall, it was, but that was not brisk walking. But I used to just do a little, not a very slow walk. So I used to walk around the mall. So that was good. I will try to catch you another day. I need to go now. Yes, Stephen, that's what I said in the beginning because I know it's your bedtime. You have to really get up early in the morning. You start work very, very early. So you need to get up a lot earlier. So I understand that. Sure, you can catch up, and you can watch the live stream. Live stream when you're busy working, doing something at home. Just keep it on and carry on with your work, and just listen to it. And if you feel like oh, yeah, I could comment, I could put in these comments. Put in your comments, later, no problem. So Stephen, yeah, do go to bed. Have a good sleep, sound sleep, so you get up fresh in the morning. And take care, Stephen. Good night. Good night to you and to Martha also. So just remember, Martha, Stephen. Martha doesn't keep well, so just pray that she can get back to you know as good a health as possible, and also pray for Myrna, and for Nair, and also pray for Alex. She's also going through a little ill health problem, and she's been with it for a couple of months. It is her back and her shoulder. So I don't know why she doesn't get some good medical attention. Anyway, so just pray for her as well. And for Nair has got cancer, and she's really battling it out, and trying to do her best and going through a lot of therapies, but it's taking a toll on her, So just pray for her. And Myrna seems to be going in and out of hospital, so whatever she's having, just pray that they all heal. Pray that they all heal. I still firmly believe in miracles. Even in these days, I believe in miracles, and I believe in the power of prayer. Power of prayer. I really believe in that. So keep praying for them in your prayers. Just remember them by name, so that they heal and they become good. So yes, these are some of the things. So from my side, like, I've not really been doing, you know, I'm not a fitness freak, and I really don't go all out. And in my young days, I did a lot. But it's not that because I did in the young days, everything is going to work now. No, as we grow older, we need to keep doing it. So I think, like, walking, I would say, is the best. Even all these treadmills and all, they say it's not good, because you're using extra force, and your joints, are hitting the treadmill. So that is bad. Aling, how are you, Aling? I've seen you after a long time. Welcome to my stream. I do comment a lot, and I do watch a lot of your videos, and I enjoy watching your motorcycle riding. But you have to take my suggestion. You're not going to be able to turn. That road is very narrow. The bike is a little heavy for you, so you're not going to be able to turn very easily on that bike. Plus it's a one road only, so you have to look for traffic on both sides, and a lot of motorcycles are going, so they travel fast. So Aling, you take my suggestion, go round the block, and first do all the left turns. You will find how easy it is, because you just slow down, and as you are slowing down, you take the turn. As you are slowing down, you take the turn. So you're still in momentum. So you have a good control on your bike. You have a good control on the bike. You're still moving, and you are turning at the same time. It's not a sharp turn. On the same road, you have to turn very sharply. But here it's a left turn. So it's a gradual turn. So keep going left, then go straight down, then turn left again, go straight down, turn left again, come back, turn left again. Just do this. You'll get the hang of turning, and then on your straight road, you'll be able to turn very fast. Mark my words. I give you 3 days. In 3 days, Arling, you'll be able to do that. But first, practice on this, and then go down another block, and then do all the right turns. Do all the right turns. So you go down another side, and then you do all the right turns. So you will find that in 3 days you can come back to your normal street, and you will be able to make the turn without stopping. Because when you stop, your feet are not really touching the ground. I notice you are sitting very far in front. You're sitting very far in front because you want your feet to touch the ground. But when you're sitting right in front of your seat, and your feet are touching the ground, it's very difficult for you to move, to turn the bike. And the bike is a little heavy bike. So it's very difficult for you to keep turning like that. So I don't know, just try this, go around the block, try all the left turns first, then come back to your street and see how much easier it is. I'm telling you, you will pick up to ride because I see when you're riding straight, you're riding very well. You have good control on your bike. You're riding really very well. You can even speed up. From the time you start slowly, you speed up. And just one more thing, what I noticed. Just one more thing. One more thing, what I noticed is that when you start, you lift both your feet and you are like stamping on the bike. Both your feet come and stamp on the bike. It's like you're a little nervous. You're a little nervous when you start. Both your feet come and stamp on the bike. No, just do it slowly. Do it slowly. As you're going, put one foot, let the other foot drag up in the air, let the other foot drag, then put the other foot. You get used to it. You'll learn your bike well. You'll get used to it. Have you ever ridden a bicycle before? Before you learned to ride a motorcycle, did you ride a bicycle? Because if you were riding a bicycle, it's something similar, something similar that way, something similar. But in the bicycle, you get more balance. You're pressing, so you can go off balance. So you have to maintain a very good balance. In the motorcycle, it is easier. If you know how to ride a bicycle, it's very easy. You never rode a bicycle before. That is why. That is why. Like my wife, she had never ridden a bicycle before, so she did not know how to ride that. And I used to drop her to work. And one day she said, "No, I want to learn." But she said, "I cannot learn the motorcycle or the motorbike because, no, yeah, I can learn like a moped. A moped is like it's much a smaller bike and, easier to handle." So she said, "I will learn to ride a moped." So I said, "Okay." So what she used to do was she used to be sitting on the moped, start the moped, and I had a hard time. I had a hard time because I tried holding it at the side, but I cannot run with the bike. I cannot hold the bike and the motorbike. I cannot the motorcycle. I cannot hold it and run at the side. So it was very difficult for me. So what I used to do, the back of the seat had a little handle. The back of the seat had a little handle. I used to be holding on to that handle with all my strength, like, and as she's going, and if she's falling left, I'm trying to pull it to the right. If she's falling right, I'm trying to pull it to the left. So it took a lot of energy from me. It took a lot of energy, a lot of strength from me to, stop her from going over. And I used to tell her, first thing when you're going over, just put a foot down. And I'm running behind the bike, because she started going faster, like, learning faster. So I was running behind the bike and still trying to control it. I was like Tarzan, like really trying to control it. But it was a bit difficult for me. It used up all my strength, it drained all my strength. But once she got the balance, then I used to only hold it one hand. I used to hold with one hand and not much force, just a little bit, and run behind, of course, but just to see. And she used to maintain her balance, like, and in case she was falling over, I would pull back. If she was falling over, I would like pull back, like, So, yeah, but then she learned. She learned very fast and she was able to go to work on her own then. So, yeah, and then there were two other people, a husband and wife. I taught both of them how to ride a scooter, but they wanted to ride the scooter directly. So I used to teach them how to ride the scooter, like, So I've got experience in teaching people how to ride two-wheelers. And I was a daredevil on not do stunts and all, but I used to really ride fast and I used to, oh, don't talk the way I used to ride my motorbike. Oh, too much it was. So I've had good experience with that. And in 2017, I came to Thailand for a holiday, and I visited one of the islands, which was, it was a very hilly island, and like where I was staying, anywhere I had to go was slopes, up and down slopes, like, So I rented a bike, but before I rented the bike, I told that man, For 25 years, I haven't ridden a motorbike. For 25 years, honestly, I did not ride a motorbike. I did not even sit on a motorbike. By then, I was driving cars, right? I was driving cars. Like in Dubai, I was driving cars, and in Canada, I was driving cars. But I never even sat on a motorcycle. So I told him I need to do a test drive. I just want to take it a distance and see that, how am I after 25 years sitting on a motorcycle, if I can manage it. So after 25 years, I rode that motorcycle a little bit up and down, and I got the hang of it. So I was very surprised, You don't forget these things. Once you learn, you never forget. I was able to keep my balance. I also had never ridden a bicycle before, but then I learned to ride a bicycle. But I could never mount a bicycle. I used to sit on the bicycle and then start. So finally, what I did was I was able to ride that motorbike. I was able to ride it all over the island. So that's why when I see a motorbike, I just see certain things. I wish I was there. If I was there, I would be able to help you. I would be able to run along with you, like and help you to do that. But I think you'll get it. But you practice what I told you about the turns. Find a block. Don't. Yeah, borrow a helmet from someone. If you have to wear a helmet, just borrow it from someone. Just borrow a helmet from somebody who has it. Your brothers, your brother-in-laws, your other family members, whoever's staying around there. Just borrow for the time that you are going, and you are going on a block. Remember, a left turn block. So there's no way you will crash or anything. It's very simple, because if you feel you're falling or crashing, stop, right? But just keep going left, 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 left. Go right round the block, left, 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 round the block. You'll soon find how easy it is, and you will think, why did I not do this before? The way you are going, and then with your legs you're walking, and then you're turning and coming, you will never learn to turn. If you do that, you're never going to learn to turn. And turning is very important, right? Turning is very important. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know what your roads are like. I do not know what your roads are like. I do not know what is the traffic on the road. At the most, if you want, if you have some friend or some relative or somebody, let them ride on their motorbike. Let them ride on their motorbike along with you. You stay in the inner road. You stay in the inner road. Let them stay on the outer road, and let them ride with you. So there is somebody with you to help and guide you. Let them ride at the side of you. And go. So that way, what happened? They will prevent other people from crossing in front of you or something like that, and they will be at the side. So you stay in the inner lane, and you can take a turn easily in the inner lane. You only have to be careful of pedestrian who might try to cross a road or something. So just try that. Take somebody with you. Let that person ride at the side, and do that. That would be the a better way of doing it. But that's the only way you will learn to turn. Really, honestly speaking, you will learn to turn there very easily. 2 or 3 days you practice that, and you'll be able to turn on your straight road. You'll be able to turn. So see if you can borrow a helmet, from neighbors or relatives or somebody close by. Ah, it's your husband's motorbike. Okay, okay, yes. No, no, don't sell it. Don't sell it. A motorbike is useful. A motorbike is useful. Don't sell it. And I saw the video of you cleaning your motorbike. The motorbike. I don't know how old it is. Definitely, if it's your husband, it's more than a year old, right? Because it's a year since your husband passed away. Sorry about that. But it's a year. So the motorbike is more than a year old, but it's looking like it is bought yesterday. You're cleaning it so well. You're taking care of it so well. It looks like it was bought just yesterday. So new it looks. So You are taking very good care of it also. That is why I was wondering why it is so heavy for you. It was your husband who used to ride it, and now you are riding it. So just do this. Take somebody with you. Take somebody with you and try to take those left turns. Take all left turns, left turns, left turns. Forget about the right turns. Just take the left turns, and you will soon be able to do it. Because yes, you're going on the right hand side of the road, not the straight road. You're going on the right hand side, so you'll be able to take a left turn, correct, easily, and go back again, and then it'll be a left turn again. So practice your left turns. It'll be better. Go on a block right around. Okay, try that. Just try it once or twice. Try it, and then tell me whether you what your experience was, whether it was better to do that. Because this trying to walk, with the motorbike, trying to walk with it and turn around, you'll never learn to turn in that way. You'll never learn, and the road is too narrow for you to try to practice, without putting your feet down. So yeah, just see. No, don't sell it. Don't sell it. Keep it in memory of your husband. Keep it, but use it. Yes, you have to use it. Otherwise, it will, the machinery will get spoiled. The pain will start coming out. These kind of things, you have to keep using them regularly. You have to use them regularly. So yeah, just keep doing that. You will soon. Just you will soon. I hope you will take my advice. Just do that, and you will soon. Get your turns well. Your riding is very good. Your riding is very good for a new person. Your riding is very good. Your speed, your even when you slow down, it's very good. Only thing is your turns. You need to practice that, and you cannot practice your turns on a straight road. So okay, that's that's enough of lecture, right? Enough of lecture. So yeah, so that's that for the motorcycle riding. And I love your videos about how you cut the pork meat, and how you cut, where exactly to cut it, and you know uh, very nice, very nice. If ever I visit you, if ever I visit you, I don't know where exactly you are staying. I know Manila area, right? Somewhere in Manila area or somewhere, I forget. So I don't know where you are staying, but if I ever visit you, what I'm very interested to see is when they cut a pig, when the pig is cut, I want to see which how they get bacon and ham and those kind of things from the different parts of the pig. Which part of the pigs, I like on video I've seen, but I want to see in real life. I want to see in real life. So how they cut the pig, how they cut the pig, and which parts are taken out, and how they process it to make ham and bacon, and all those kind of things. I want to see the process, how it is done. I'm very interested in that. So if ever I visit you, and you can take me to show me, a place where they do that, I would love to see. I would love to see. Even if they don't allow me to shoot a video and all, it's okay. But I want to see the process. I've always been interested to know that. I've not had a chance, but because many of the piggeries, they don't allow you to come because they are not using humane conditions to kill the pig, right? So many places don't allow you. So even if you look online, you will not find many places, where they show you how they kill the pig and then how they cut it open, and they don't show you all that. I've only seen one video, I remember. Only one video I've seen where they do it, and even then they just have something hitting the pig's head, hitting the pig's head. And that doesn't kill the pig, it stuns the pig, it just knocks it out, like, unconscious. So if the pig is just unconscious, and then they cut it open, and everything is done through machinery from one machine to the other. How nicely, all those things are cut, but they are cut into different parts. But then how those parts are made into, pork and ham and salami, and I want to see that process, how it is done. Really interested. I'm really interested. So if ever I'm coming down your side, if you have, something like that in the area, and you can take me to see it, then it might be very interesting. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Because I see the way you cut it up, but that's a store, right? I think you're working in a store or a factory or something, and you are cutting up that, or the, so you know how nicely the joints and where to cut it, and those kind of things. Very interesting work that is. And then you pack up the meat and you keep it and you weigh the meat, I guess, for selling and things like that. So very interesting work that is. Very interesting work. If I had some work like that, I would be very. It would not be work. It would be pleasure for me. It wouldn't be work for me. It would be like pleasure for me. So yeah, I enjoy watching those videos of yours. I enjoy watching the videos when you're in your store. And it's good, when you're working, they allow you to. Ah, you're a supervisor. You're a supervisor in the store. I remember you telling me once. You're now a supervisor in the store. That's why, you're allowed to switch on your phone, and you're only recording what work you're doing, right? You're only recording that, so it's not like any store secrets or something like that. So yes, you're a supervisor, I think you said. So yeah, so that helps a lot. That's good. So yeah, that's how the story goes. I try to catch up with everybody's videos, and when I come to settle in Philippines, in another few months, another month or two, when I come to settle in Philippines, I want to meet with all those people who I'm interacting with on my channel, and I interact on their channel. I want to meet up with all of you wherever you are. So I'll be coming to Manila because I will meet up with Alex. I will meet up with Alex if she's free. I'll meet up with Alex in Manila. So if you tell me where exactly you are, we can plan. I have an email address. I have an email address on my channel. I have an email address, theburtonchannel@gmail.com. Okay, my channel, theburtonchannel@gmail.com. So do send me an email, Aling, and from there we can keep in touch. Okay. That's if you're okay with me visiting, then drop me an email and let's keep in touch. Okay. Because I really want to see this process, how it is done. So do drop me an email, or we can chat on Messenger, or anything like that. I have also on Facebook, I have the Burton channel. At Facebook, I have the Burton channel. So through that Facebook, you can drop me a messenger, you can drop me a message, and we can get in touch. That is also on my channel page, Facebook. Burton channel Facebook is on my channel page. So yeah, that's that. So do you do any exercise, Aling? Are you exercising or anything? Today my theme is about fitness challenge. Do you like to do a lot of exercising and things like that? I just said everything in detail about my program to fitness. I gave a whole detail right from school days till now, right till today. Like, I gave everything about it in a nutshell. I explained about my physical fitness programs. Oh, but talking about physical fitness programs, when we first went to Canada, one of important thing is you have to join some medical practitioner, you know, because you cannot just go and get medicines, you know, you have to get a doctor to prescribe the medicines, then you can, except for the few over the counter medicines, but otherwise anything else, the doctor has to recommend it. So we have to get in touch. So when I got in touch with the practitioner, she we did it as a family. So they give you a form to fill up your whole history, and then they ask for your family history also. Your parents also, they ask for that family history. Anything they suffered with and things like that. So from my father's side, everybody, all the siblings and he also, everyone died of heart attack. From my father's side, my father and all his siblings, everyone died because from heart attack. So when I wrote that down in my form, they started sending me for to a heart specialist for a heart checkup. And that heart specialist started sending me for all the kinds of tests possible. And it was called stress test. So they used to put you onto a treadmill, like one of the things was the treadmill, and then the treadmill would go at a faster speed, and then they would raise the gradient. They would raise the gradient of the thing, and the speed would increase, and you are running. And they used to tell me, if you get any pain in your chest or anything, just tell us. We can stop it immediately. But I was so tired of doing so many tests, that I did not care. I said, I'm not going to tell them. I will do it till the end of the test, whatever they want to test me. So I used to carry on, you know, and I did all the tests. And then one day I turned on and told my heart specialist, he was a Pakistani guy. I told him, I said, Doctor, how many more stress tests are you sending me for? These stress tests are causing me more stress. Then he said, okay, okay, I will send you for one last test. One last test. After this, no more tests for you, I promise. I said, sure, yes. What is the test? So the test is first thing they do is they give you an injection. The injection is to slow down your heart rate, to slow down your heart rate. And they have to do that because they will then inject a dye, a kind of a dye. They inject it into your bloodstream. And when you go under this machine, the camera is catching the movements of the dye. They are catching each and every movement. That's why they have to slow down the heartbeat. So it catches every movement of that dye. So they can see if there are any blockages or anything, any blockages anywhere, and especially any blockages in your heart. So that checks that out. So when I came, there was a man at the side of me, and they gave me the injection to slow down my heart rate. That man went for his test, and somebody else came in his place. And like that, about 5 to 6 people came and went, and I am still lying there. Every 15 minutes, that nurse was coming to check. When I saw about 5 to 6 people have finished, and I am still there, when the nurse came to check me, I asked the nurse, what is wrong? 5 to 6 people have finished and gone, and I am still here. Why? Then she said, your heart is not slowing down. I said, what? She said, your heart is not slowing down. I said, then give me another injection. She said, no, we cannot do that. We cannot give you another injection. We can only give one injection. So I said, so how long am I going to carry on staying here? She's saying, okay, what I will do is we'll stay for last 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes, if your heart doesn't slow down, you can pack up and go home. I said, sure, yes, sure, okay. I passed another 15 minutes. She came to check, and then she told me, okay, pack up. I said, really? It's not coming down? No, she said, it's not coming down. I said, why? She said, I don't know. So she said, but I cannot do the test and I cannot give you another injection. So pack up and go. I said, now you have to do me one favor. You have to make a report and tell my doctor it's not my fault. My heart rate is not slowing. It's not my fault. And you couldn't do the test. So please inform him about that because I'm not going for any more tests after this. And then I got an appointment for my doctor. The secretary called and fixed up. I went there. So I said, so doctor, no more tests, right? He said, what happened over there? I said, I don't know what happened. And I related to him, like, all that happened over there and injection and my heart rate was not coming down and people went. So I asked him, doctor, why like that? He said, I don't know. So everybody doesn't know after the injection why my heart rate was not coming down to do that test. So I said, but doctor, you promised me. This was the last test. Not my fault if you cannot get a result for the test. So no more tests for me now. He said, okay. He kept his word, kept his promise. Then he told me, okay, now you come only after 6 months just for a routine test. Okay. I went the first time for after 6 months. After that, I never went to him. Now it must be 5 years I'm away from Canada, correct? So 5, 6, maybe about 7, 8 years. I've not done. I've not gone for a heart checkup. But what I do is every 3 months I used to go for a complete blood test, and then I started doing an ECG just to check my heart. In Thailand, I was doing that. Every 3 months, I would go for a complete blood test. And then I think in the last year, from last year onwards, I began adding ECG also. Just, see my heart is still going strong. And I remember once when I asked the doctor, why are you sending me for the doctor in Canada? Why are you sending me for so many tests and all? Anything wrong with my heart? And he said, no, you have the heart of a 40-year-old man. I said, and if I have a heart of a 40-year-old man, you're giving me too much of stress. So he started laughing. So I've never been to see him at all, never been to see him at all after that. Every time I was thinking, when I go to Canada, I must just make an appointment beforehand and then go and just meet him and just see how things are going. But never did it. And now I'm in another province in Canada. I'm not in Ontario. So I don't know the doctors and hospitals here, what they are like. Anyway, so that's my story and my fitness. And where is everybody? What about your story and your fitness? So, yeah, that's my story about my fitness program. So, let's see how things go. So yeah, I that way. So what I'll do is I think I will leave the live stream soon. I'll just put up a little thank you note. I don't think anyone else is still here now. Okay, so that's that. Let me see what I've typed so that there's no errors. Thank you all very much for being on my channel. I have shared yet another story of my life. Do remember Martha, Stephen, Myrna, Nair, Alex, in your prayers. Yes, please do remember them. It's very important. Okay, so that is all right. So I can just pin that up. Okay, and I will now say goodbye. So, love you all. God bless you and your families, and take care and have a wonderful day. And thank you. And as I always say, au revoir till we meet again. Au revoir till we meet again. Okay.